Hello everyone. This is going to be a three-part series where I will show you all how to properly install the data onto your iPad as well as use the Happy Inspector application. Hopefully this will just be a reference guide for most of you, just in case there are some questions that do happen to arise and I'm busy and I'm not able to get to them. This will help you. It will also help those who were not able to make the training session that we were uh, sorry, I apologize, that we had last week. So this will take that stress off. You have to sit there and train them. You can sit them down, have them watch this 10-minute video on how to use the application, and they should be good to go. Hopefully by now you've all got the chance to actually kind of play around with the Happy Inspector application, download it onto your iPad, and get a feel for it. If not, this first part that I'm going to do is show you how to actually install the database onto your iPad. If you guys have already done this, which you should have installed iTunes onto your computer, hopefully plugged in your iPad and registered it by now. This is the main screen that comes up once you install iTunes and plug your iPad into the computer. The first screen is going to pop up. It talks your name of the iPad, the gigabyte, and the current capacity, as well as your operating system. This is the main screen that comes up once you plug your iPad in. If this screen does not come up, this screen right here is what will have shown up. Simply to get to your iPad and install the database, come up here to the top right, click on iPad, and then it's going to bring up that same link again. Now, to install the database onto your iPad, it's a very, very simple process. The second place that you need to go is you need to come up here to Apps. Click on the Apps button, and it's going to bring this screen up here and show every single app that you have on your iPad currently. Where you need to go from there is you need to scroll down to the bottom, and you will notice a series of two little boxes we've got right here. It'll list apps that can be file shared. This will allow you to share files between your iTunes and the iPad. It'll show any application that is allowed to do this. So Happy Inspector should be the only one listed this time, and any other applications you add here on after that can file share will be shown here as well. So with that said, you should have had already downloaded Happy Inspector on to your iPad. If you have not, you need to do that first before you can actually do this step. Otherwise, this will not show up here and you will not be able to install the database onto your iPad. If you have already done that, the next step you need to do is simply click on the Happy Inspector application. And then it's at the time of installment, there should be no documents over here at all. The one that's going to show up is Happy Inspector if there is one. The only one that should show up is maybe some photos if you've kind of played around with it. If not, there should be no documents here at all, no photos or the Happy Inspector SQLite. Once you've reached this screen, you've clicked on the inspector. There's no documents here. It's a very simple process. I've sent you all your property databases. Make sure you save those to your desktop, to your My Documents folder, anywhere that is easy for you to access. That's where you need to save it, just for simplicity purposes, so you exactly know where to find it. You're not searching all over your computer. Once you've done that, now you can actually continue to the next step, which is actually adding the file to your application, to your iPad. I apologize. Next step, all you got to do is click the Add button. It's going to pop up the Add button screen, which you can choose from your desktop, your downloads, your My Documents, wherever you have actually saved the document to. I have saved it all in a separate file on my home screen. These are all property databases, and so for the Warrensburg property, I would simply come down to Warrensburg, select that property, click Open, and the moment I click Open, it's going to do this. Make sure I select it, click Open, and if you already have a document on the Happy Inspector application, it's going to ask you to replace it. You're going to want to do this if you already have it on there and you're installing a new updated version of your property database. And the reason we do this is because the application will not run properly if it has two Happy Inspector databases on it. It will not know which one to open or default to. So that's why you always want to replace it instead of don't replace and have two on there. So the second thing I would like to make note of is if you import or add a file to the inspector documents and it does not look exactly like this, it will not open up on your iPad. Happy Inspector has been programmed to simply open up this specific type of data file labeled happyinspector.sqlite. And it needs to look exactly like this: happy with a capital H, inspector with a capital I, .sqlite. If it's not like that, all you simply have to do is come over here, click on it one more time, and it'll allow you to actually edit the name of it. Once you're done with that, click the enter button, and it should save exactly how it needs to. Once you've added the file, your property database, the last step on iTunes is to simply sync it. So you come down here, click the sync button. You're going to see your little status bar up here. It's going to sync it, and it goes all through 3 steps. Once you've done that, you simply need to go to your iPad and open it. So now I'm going to show you exactly, once you get it onto your iPad, what you have to do. So what you're going to notice here that here's the Happy Inspector application. It is currently not open. You need to make sure when you're also importing your database to iTunes in the file sharing portion of the app screen, that Happy Inspector is not open. The next step before you actually open Happy Inspector is to make sure it's completely closed out, so when you open it, it loads all that new data that you have imported to the inspection application. To simply do that, all you have to do is double click on the home screen down here, and watch what will happen. It'll open a little box down here that will show you every single program you have running at that current time. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then you're going to notice I have these are all the tasks that I currently have running right now. To simply make sure it's shut down completely and opens up with the new database file, you just have to press and hold until this screen shows up right here. This will allow you to completely close out of the application. So I'm going to go ahead and press that button now, and you can see that it disappears from that portion. Once I'm done with that, simply click on the home screen, press that one more time, and now the last thing I'm going to do is click on the Happy Inspector application, and watch what's going to happen. It's going to boot up with that new data file that you added. Our property is currently CV Warrensburg is what has been uploaded onto the Inspects application, and then your database file should be uploaded on there with your property name. It's that simple so far as actually uploading the database onto Happy Inspector. If there's any questions or anything that arise, you can also refer to Happy Inspector's application on their instructions on the website. It's a 9-step process that can also walk you through it. The next video that I'm going to be showing is how to put all of your information I sent you as far as your subscription, as well as the Dropbox feature. I will go over with you guys how to set that up and use it, so when you're doing the inspections, it will sync to the Dropbox, which is a cloud-based program, and allow you to access that from anywhere, as well as make sure that those files are never lost on your computer just in case it crashes.